Hello and welcome to the Cat Collective. I'm Nina, I'm the channel for this channel, and let's start. Healing. Oh, I love this card. And the bottom of the deck is life purpose, so I'm gonna put it there too. Kind of fits a bit. Because it's the weirdest thing, whenever I make the readings, I get the energies before I actually read something. You know, it's very interesting. It's funny, always the same cards. Okay, this one is a new one. I do shuffle them before, okay? It's not that I just shuffle here. It's, I don't know. Yeah, well, let's see. This poor cat staring at the wall. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Burp card. This way. Oh wow. Okay. I'm clearly getting something of this feels pretty much work related. This card for me is basically overthinking. And today this cat for me looks like the cat is doubting itself, you know. It's like questioning what's wrong with me, you know? And just chewing on the string and being like, there's something, you know, those are all thoughts, you know, but this is like, what is going on, right? And I'm seeing that you are working very hard, but somehow it seems to me that you are just chasing rainbows and you are not getting hold of them. So I'm sure this means that you are working, you are trying to work, but your work environment just doesn't support you. You know, for example, if you have questions, nothing happens, no one answers you, you just don't get the help. But in the opposite side of it is like, but then they complain, you know, whoever that is, you know, they complain. They're like, well, why are you not receiving the results? Why is this not the way we want to have, you know? And you're like, yeah, but I'm doing all I can. I'm trying a lot. And they're like, no, well, what's the problem then? And then you tell them, right? Blah, blah, blah. That's the problem. That's the issue. I ask 100 questions. I don't get answers. I cannot help anyone. It's just not happening. And they just ignore it. They just stare at the wall and they're like, well, but you need to achieve the results. You're like, yeah, but I cannot achieve the results without me, without help. Sometimes I need to have some question answered, and it doesn't happen, right? And therefore you really question yourself and you're like, well, what am I doing wrong here? I'm trying my best. What's going on? I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying. And you're a person who doesn't really you know, you really think to yourself, well, this must be my fault then, because this is it really has the feel of a big corporation of some sorts, you know. They must be right? And you look within and you're like, well, what's that, right? Well, what's that, you know? This is for me a card of confusion, because you can't really tell that this is supposed to be a banana. I know that this is supposed to be a banana because I drew it, but it's like, what is this, right? And you're like, you're getting, you know, this is pretty much represents what this job does to you, because you're like, I'm working, I'm actually trying, but I feel so bad. Why do I feel so bad? I'm showing up every day, I'm trying so much, and you're thinking, you know, what's going on, right? What's going on? And but you soon realized that this is not healthy, right? This boss whatsoever biting you, and this other boss basically just staring at the wall, you know? You're like, but that's not the case. And then you get upset. You know, you get upset, and then you complain. You complain somewhere else, right? Somewhere else. And well, I'm gonna pull another card and see what's going on. What happens when you actually try to complain, because you know they're coming. They are coming for you, right? They're coming for you in this job, and they're like, what's going on? Yeah, so you are actually you know, getting all your strength together, and you complain, right? You get an instance higher, because you're like, hey, come on, I try a lot, but this is clearly not happening. And this is like, this creature very much looks like yeah, it's an alien, but you really feel like an alien, because you're like, okay, I'm gonna complain, and you think to yourself that this says foresight, planning, strategy, and you think to yourself, well, if I'm going to complain, then things are going to change, right? But what happens next is this, and then you are shocked, because you complained, and the result was that you were targeted again. You know? Again! This can't be it, right? This can't be it. You're trying, right? You're trying your very best, but you thought that this would happen, but this got even worse, right? And then you surrender, basically. Your world is upside down, and you're like, okay, I shut up. I don't say anything anymore. Okay. They made you small, you know? They made you small. And you questioned your own self-worth. And you're like, well, if this whole structure is somehow broken, right? And you notice that if you stand up and be brave, you know, you even get alienated even more, and you're like, this, okay. But then there's the realization, and it's the burp. What do you have to release? Realize, okay, this environment is wrong. It's not me. All the time you thought it was you, but it's not you. It's them. It's the whole system that's broken. And therefore, you decide to just leave. You get another job, right? You stick with this old stuff because, hey, you gotta pay your bills, but you leave, right? Because this and this, like, right? And this card is the Silver Mess. That's how it's called. And I'm sure that this whole situation made you realize that first question your own self-worth, but then you realize, well, this is not worth it to feel like this, because we have the tendency to endure a lot, just to get by. And hey, if it's a somewhat stable environment and stable job, you might have thought, I need to stick with it, but the Silver Mess means there's something valuable in this process, and the valuable outcome of this process is basically that you will have to heal from this, obviously, and that by applying for another job, the universe will give you something better. The universe will give you something better, and you will feel so relieved. Look at that. Look at that. And look at the face from the girl. She's like, she doesn't look like she's suffering anymore, because this whole alien situation, she just, wants to have the new job. So I'm clearly getting that, it's basically wherever you are on this, if you currently feel alienated and like this, the clear guidance is to go for something else. Look for it. Ask the universe, come on, this is not it, right? Because what you just have experienced is a narcissistic work environment. And that's something that comes as a shock, but even if you are an empath, you even attract something like this, because maybe it was supposed to make you see your own value, because I'm sure you got to a point where you were so worn out by this chase, right? By this constantly trying to do your best, but then still getting bit by your boss, right? Still not doing enough, and then telling them what actually the problem is, and then they look away, and you just saw your worth, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna apply for something else. And by noticing your worth, and clearly seeing this obviously in this card, is that you also saw that you should finally just go with what you want to do also. I mean, this really very much just feels like a job. Could be any job, just something that pays the bills, nothing that you would like to be identified with. But this has sparked in you the clear wish to become someone, maybe to start your own company, to start your own project, just to do something that really reflects your own value, because if you're just thinking about something like this causes goosebumps, right? Because I'm sure you got to the point where you're like, oh God, I will probably not find another job. I will probably not, I'm stuck here forever and I have to endure this and there's nothing better out there. That's what narcissists do. They make you think that. And it's really, it's a love-hate thing, because we have the tendency, if we are comfortable somewhat in this environment, to just stick with it and say, well, but it's good enough and it's okay, pays the bills. But yeah, I'm gonna pull some more cards to see what's going on further. So, or what the guidance is for now. take a breather. Okay, maybe you are in the luxurious position to actually also take a break. And the bottom of the deck is go for it, of course. So this basically just confirms for me that go for it means leave the situation, leave this behind. This is the what do you have to release card, and this is really, you know, this whole job feels like a big burp that wants to released, right? Wants to be released. And I'm sure that even if you don't have the opportunity right now to take a breath and to actually maybe just take a time out from work in general, because something like this can drain your energy so badly that you really need a healing phase, right? But be assured that the next place you get to is basically going to feel like this, even if you're working. And well, if you have the luxury to just pause for a while, that's fine as well, you know. But it's just that be aware that you need a healing phase from this, and be also aware that the new job, what you are going to do to pay your bills, that you go at it with an open mind, and because a situation like this can make us guarded and feel like there's no, you know, everything is like that, you know. It can make you feel like every job is going to turn out like this, because I'm sure in the beginning it felt like a gift or something very valuable, you know, the job. It felt like something very nice, but it soon turned out to be nasty, and you probably endured this whole situation for longer than you should have. And so if you are then taking a new job, just be aware to be open-minded also towards the people, and just completely reset yourself before you go there, right? Just don't expect a nightmare like this again. Expect the best, and therefore you will get something good in return. And what I'm also getting, if you're not just yet starting with your own business, because I know this takes a little bit of time to take off, right? Don't give up on your life purpose. I'm sure you have learned through this situation that this is not what you want to do forever, that you need something more, and work on this. And I'm sure if you have the new job opportunity, and then maybe you are doing something later on, you know, maybe you're working on your actual what you actually want to do after work, but you will be surprised that how much more energy you will have, even though you're doing two things now. You know, maybe you before had no self-esteem whatsoever to do anything after work, because this has strained you so much. And just be prepared for this to or you can basically expect that a nice outcome like this is going to happen. And I'm gonna pull another Moonology card, see what's ahead or what the guidance is. Well, yes, expect powerful change. Meditate and contemplate. Yeah, okay, calm down, right? And relax, and don't get too scared, because I'm sure this has scared you, because it's something existential, you know. Maybe they've even threatened you to that you will be kicked out or something, you know, if you don't improve, but you couldn't, and you know it's a cycle. And you and your loved ones are safe. Oh wow. What else do I have to say? So yeah, clearly it's just another confirmation that you don't need to worry, and there's always something better out there. You don't have to suffer in this, you know. So I'm going to pull a card who this reading is for. Aries, okay. And I'm just, because of the energy of this reading, whoa, I need to detox from this. I'm going to pull another card from my deck with just one meaning, and the meaning is everything is going to be okay. See? Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Additional info is in the letter box below, and see you next time. Bye bye, bye bye, bye.